You know, sometimes I really enjoy the fact that you only see me from here up. Cause I can just be fat and lazy and be in like sweats and shorts or just underwear and nobody would ever know. But then sometimes I get annoyed about the fact that I wear some really nice shirts that y'all never get to see. Like my shirt collection. Y'all don't understand. I love my shirt collection. Like, I think one day I'm gonna do a video just based on my shirts. Anyway, nobody came here to see anything about shirts. Hey, welcome back and welcome to everyone who's new. Boom. 1 week Boxycharm review. Okay. Here is the theme this time around. It's totally Boxycharm. Alright, I guess they didn't have anything specific to go with. I am going to go through the list of products in the order of which I put them on. Starting with the Wanda Beauty Glow Ahead Illuminating Face Oil, which is this one right here. And this is valued at $42. No ma'am. It doesn't do anything fantastic. It says bring out skin's inner radiance with our illuminating oil, light diffusing optics, deliver instant luminosity while a potent blend of our signature beauty oils and antioxidants help brighten, moisturize, and improve the appearance of skin over time. I don't think so. I don't think that whole moisturizing aspect really comes into play. The minute I put it on my skin, it kind of almost instantly absorbs, and then there is a slight tacky feel, but nothing that remains for very long. Also, the smell that is in here reminds me of these two things: the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Rosé Primer Serum and also the Physicians Formula Rosé All Day Oil Free Serum. It reminds me of these two things. So for $42, doing the same thing that these two products do, even cheaper, much cheaper, especially the Wet n Wild version, absolutely not. And it looks very, very similar to the Wet n Wild version. Let me see really quickly if I can open up the both of them, because this stuff, oh, I'm making a mess. This stuff drips fast. Okay, let's see. Let's start with this one. There goes the Wanda Beauty one. And then here goes the Wet n Wild one. The Wet n Wild one's a little bit of a darker pink and runs faster, but they are essentially the same thing. That's it. That's just them mixed together. And they both smell the same. They just have this faint rose scent. So $42, I'm gonna go ahead and say absolutely not. You can just nope. Let's now jump into the Becca powder. Hydra Mist and Refresh powder. It's a weightless powder that sets and refreshes makeup for a silky smooth invisible finish formulated with 50% water and glycerin. This powder creates a mist-like sensation on the skin for a seamless finish and comfortable feel. Retailed at $39. I feel like last summer or sometime last year, everyone was going crazy about this, and I was dying to try it, and it was just way too expensive, and I was not spending that much money to be able to try this out. So I'm very happy that this came in the box. As you can see, I have my Flower Beauty Light Illusion foundation on, which is the absolute most luminous foundation I've ever tried. I love using it in the winter time because that luminosity really shines through and stops your skin from looking dry, especially mine because I have really dry skin. So with all that being said, this really does have this water feel to it. It is the craziest feeling in the world. Just taking it out of the box and kind of just spreading it on the back of my hand the very first time, because I just couldn't wait. I even did it to my daughter and she's like, that is so freaky. So it does have this little like cooling water mist sensation on your skin, even when you're using the brush and patting it on. I feel like that water and glycerin stuff stops it from looking super powdery on the skin. So as you set your foundation, even though it does kind of take down the luminosity a lot, because usually with the Flower Beauty one, I usually use the what's this one called, the Flower Beauty Satin Finishing Powder, that keeps a lot of the luminosity there while taking away the tackiness. So this one does take the luminosity down a lot, which is fine for the summertime because, you know, you're gonna get hot and kind of, you know, sweaty outside, which will give you enough of a luminous glow. So it's not horrible, but it helps everything melt in without giving you a powdery look. So I'm glad that this came in. However, for $39, essentially $40, that just seems very pricey to me, very up there. I wish it was cheaper because you don't even get a full container. It actually looks full on that side. You don't get a full container. So that bothers me because I feel like if you're somebody who sets your makeup all the time, you're going to go through this fairly quickly, and $40 is too much of a high price to pay. So although I love it for the formula, for the way it takes away the tackiness of the foundation without making it look crepey and papery dry, that's just too high of a price for me. So if you can afford it, then by all means, go ahead, do you. Definitely a good product, but for me the price is just way too steep, keeping in mind the fact that if you set your makeup all the time, you'll go through it like this and have to repurchase it a lot, and that's just something I personally cannot see me doing. I would prefer something more affordable. All right, so moving on from there are the Ace Beauty Glimmer Shadows. I have mine in Cotton Candy, and I have mine in the second one in Iced Latte. And I used a transition color from the Sweet Talk palette from Colourpop, just because I needed something to go with this. There's some fallout there. It's nothing major, but it is there, which is why I would do my eyes before doing the rest of my face. Also, this one here, Cotton Candy, does stain a bit. It's not major, but there is staining there, so just keep that in mind. I kind of use my fingertip to apply some shadow, so you might see it there. It applies better slightly with your finger than with the brush. Patting it on with the brush will get the product to show. Getting some on your finger and then kind of smoothing it over will apply it a little more. I have the Iced Latte on the inner corner and Cotton Candy on the outer corners. I'm not super crazy about these. I forgot to say how much it was, didn't I? It's $25 for the duo. I'm just not crazy about these. You can get an entire palette for $25 or less, and you will have shadows that perform way better than these, that have more of a pop to them, that really jump out. Like, I've blended these two colors together and they look entirely different in the pan, but then on my eyes they kind of both blend into the same color. You can get a Colourpop shadow, shadow palette, bhCosmetics shadow palette. Like, no, I'm just not a fan. So for $25 for the duo, I'm gonna say absolutely not. I definitely would not pay for that at all. Moving on from there is the Tarte Big Eyes mascara, and this is Big Ego mascara, and this is for $23. I like the formula. I just don't feel like I get what's going on the packaging here. Like, her eyelashes are practically nothing when she starts out, and then all of a sudden she's got big, fanned out, voluminous lashes that have a major length added to them. I didn't get any of that. What I did get, however, was a little bit of lift that I don't normally get. Usually my lashes kind of stick straight out, so I did feel like I got a little bit of lift to them, which was nice. It's a drier formula. There was minimal, and I mean super minimal flaking, but just brush it away, you're absolutely fine. Also super minimal smudging in the lower corner. It was so minimal, in fact, that I had to take a paper towel and kind of just brush under like that to even notice it. But again, that was fine too. $23 though, it's just a lot. Like, one of my favorite mascaras right now is the Flower Beauty Warrior Princess one, and that's much cheaper than this, and I love the way my lashes look with that one. The only difference I have to say is that with the Flower Beauty one, I do get more of the smudging down on the bottom corners of my eyes. Other than that though, I would definitely pick that one over this one. So for $23, I'm gonna say not worth it. But, you know, I'm glad I have it. I can use it, but I would never repurchase. Definitely not. And then last but not least is this Steve Laurent lip liner for $15, and it's in the shade Vogue. To me, it looked like it was going to be more on the brown side when you first get it out of the box. But yeah, when you first take it out of the box, and then putting it on, I feel like you'd get this mauvey purpley kind of color. So no, the color is definitely not doing it for me. It is a harder pencil. It's not the smoothest of pencils. I just put a little bit of chapstick down smack my lips together and then go over it, and then it does go on pretty smoothly. Just not my favorite lip pencil. The color overall, no. It lasts though. If you just use it as a lipstick by itself and you just put it on and you're out the door, it'll last pretty long too, with minimal transfer. There's slight transfer, but it's minimal. And then if you throw a gloss or something over it, you're good to go. But $15 for a pencil. There's so many drugstore items that you can get nowadays that work phenomenally, that are so much cheaper. So for a lip pencil, you do not have to spend this amount of money. This is insane. So definitely not one of my favorite products out the box. However, that brings us to the end of this video. Those are all the products that I got in my box. If you have any further questions about any of the items that I mentioned, please feel free to leave it down below. I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. If you haven't already, please comment, rate, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. You all have an amazing rest of the week and wherever you are, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.